Hello Pisces, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Pisces, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Pisces, let's get started. All right, so we do have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Okay. Then we also have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Why do I feel like somebody just recently got out of like a marriage or a relationship? I feel like somebody just recently got out of a marriage or a relationship. Could be you. It could be somebody that you're connecting with. I'm also getting an energy of somebody moving on like really quickly. Like this person's not really giving themselves time to like properly heal. It's like they're just choosing to just like move on and start talking to somebody else. I almost want to say right away. All right, let's see what's going on. We're going to focus on you first and we'll jump over to your person. Just keep in mind that the roles can be reversed. How does Pisces currently view this relationship? Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles, we do have the Tower, and then we also have the Ten of Swords. Okay, yeah, you could have recently got out of a marriage or a committed relationship. I am definitely getting that. I feel like you learned a lot though. I do. I feel like you learned a lot through your experience, you know, with this person. Maybe your relationship with this person taught you what you truly want and desire within a person, what you don't want and or desire within a person. I'm also getting that you knew that this was not going to work out between you and this person, but you decided to try to make it work either which way, knowing deep down inside that it was just never going to work out between you and this person. So like I said, you learned a lot from this experience. You know, the next time you get this overwhelming feeling of it's just not going to work out between me and this person, you're just going to turn around and trust it and save yourself, you know, the time and the heartache is basically what I'm gathering. Okay. How does this person currently view this relationship? Yeah, you're going to meet somebody. You're going to meet someone new very, very soon. I am definitely getting that. But this person is somebody who comes off to me as somebody who has been single for a little while now. I am getting that. Don't get me wrong, you know, this person that has been single for a little while, you know, it is somebody who would love to settle down. It is somebody who would love to meet that perfect person for them. They just have yet to meet that perfect person for them. You know, this person comes off to me as somebody who knows what they want and knows what they're looking for. And, you know, because they have yet to find it, you know, they refuse to settle. They refuse to settle. Nothing wrong with that, but I do see you meeting this person, and I do see the two of you, you know, instantly hitting it off with one another. I am getting that as well. How does Pisces feel? Okay. So we have the World, we got the Hangman, and then we also have, you know, I feel like this is kind of why this relationship between you and this person is going to essentially start. Yeah. Because it kind of looks like once you're married, your relationship with this person came to an end. You spent a lot of time dwelling on it and thinking about it, to the point where you started to essentially feel like you might need a little bit of a distraction in your life to help you not continue to think about this ending that transpired between you and this individual that you were basically dealing with. So I kind of feel like that's kind of why. You know, Pisces, you're getting involved, you know, with this person because you need something to like distract you, you know, from what you just went through, you know, as far as like this divorce is concerned, or, you know, this ending between you and this other person is concerned. How does Pisces feel about this person to the right of me? Okay. We have the Ten of Wands. Okay. We have the Devil. And then we also have the Ten of Cups. Going back to this card right here, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. The Eight of Cups always goes to the Ten of Cups, Pisces. So basically what that means is this. This relationship between you and this person to the right of me, it has the potential to grow and evolve into something serious. However, I feel like because you haven't fully made peace with the past just yet, it might prevent you from taking things a step further with this person. Not because you don't want to. It's not because you don't want to. You know, it's because there's still a lot of things that you need to kind of heal from and fully process as well as digest. You know, It just kind of looks like you're going through what you're going through, and you just need a little bit of a distraction in your life. I don't think that you were intending on catching feelings for this person to the right of me. I don't think that you were intending for things to, reach a serious point here between the two of you, but that's the direction in which this relationship is basically heading in Pisces. And the moment things start to get very serious here between you and this person, we kind of start to see you fall into this energy of like, oh, wait a second, hold up. Like, I'm not ready for this because I haven't fully processed this or got over this. And I don't think that this was a part of your plan, is basically what I'm trying to say here. Like this right here between you and this person, it just was not, for the love of God, a part of your plan. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. I feel like Spirit wants you to make peace with the past. I'm also getting a lot of anger, resentment coming from you to this person, towards this person that you were once upon a time romantically involved with. There's a lot of anger, resentment there. A lot of you felt like you gave this person your all, and the fact that things played out the way that it did obviously doesn't sit well with you. Hence why you have a lot of anger, resentment towards them. But sometimes things need to fall apart in order for something better to come along. And I feel like that's exactly what's happening. The thing is I think that it's hard for you to see that because you're so caught up in, but I can't believe this person did this to me. I gave this person my all. How dare they do this to me? So this is kind of why spirits like take time to really make peace with your past and get rid of this anger and this resentment that you have towards this person from your past, and find it in your heart to forgive this person, because we all know forgiveness is not for the other person. It is truly for you. If you don't do this, Pisces, if you do not do this and you take the time to fully heal and find it in your heart to forgive this person, it's going to prevent you from being happy with somebody else. You also have to be honest with yourself, Pisces. This relationship was not making you happy, and it was not making you happy for a long time. And that's something that you have to kind of remind yourself of. Even though things played out the way that it did and you're angry and upset because of it, this relationship was not making you happy. It wasn't serving you for a very, very long time. And you know that very, very well. So now that it's out of your life, you know what I mean? Start focusing on, the positive aspect of all of this. At least you don't have to suffer the way that you were suffering when you were with this person. At least you don't have to deal with the things that you were dealing with while you were dealing with this person. And really open your eyes and see what's unfolding, before you. It's a healthy relationship that's unfolding before you, but I feel like it's kind of hard for you to see that because you're so consumed by, but they put me through this and they put me through that and I was good to them and I just can't believe it and this is not fair and I didn't deserve to go through this. And it's not to say that you did, you're absolutely right when it comes down to that, but it's like the universe is turning around and instantly blessing you and you don't even see it. You don't even see it. And it's basically this opportunity that's presenting itself to you with this person. It's like it's like God can see how much you suffered in this previous relationship and how much you didn't deserve to go through X, Y, and Z. And it's like God, turning around and rewarding you and giving you, a healthy relationship with, somebody who, cares about you, loves you, will do anything for you. You know what I mean? The universe is literally turning around and blessing you in return, and you're just like, but I just can't believe that this person did this to me. I mean, Jesus, why did I have to go through this, and why did I have to go through that, and I had to put up with this and I had to put up with that, and why didn't I leave sooner? It's like it's an energy of being mad at the person that you were dealing with as well as mad at yourself, that's going on all at the same exact time, to the point where the universe is literally trying to like bless you, you know what I mean, like in your face. And it's like you just don't see it because you're just so caught up in the whole, but I didn't deserve to go through this and I didn't deserve to go through that. These are things that you have to kind of like work through. You see what I mean? You got to work through, you got to heal from. What actions will this, what actions? How does this person feel? Okay. We have the Two of Wands, we got the Five of Pentacles, and then we also have the Eight. I'm going to say what I'm seeing here, and I want to see how this person feels about it as I'm speaking. Okay. In regards to how this person's currently feeling, I think that this is like a common question people ask in the very beginning stages of every relationship. Why didn't your previous relationship work out? I think that you're definitely going to let this person know why your previous relationship with this individual that you were dealing with didn't necessarily work out. The reason why I'm like, I wonder how they're going to feel about this is because I don't know word for word what you're saying to this person. So I just want to see how they feel about your response to them, what you're communicating to them. Okay. Now we do have the 3 of Swords, and we also have the 2 of Swords, which creates the 5 of Swords at play. With these 2 cards coming out here, a part of them believes you and whatever it is that you're telling them as far as why the previous relationship between you and this individual didn't work out, and a part of them does not believe you. They're just skeptical, I guess, is like the best way that I could put it. They're just very skeptical. Is basically what I'm getting. They're very skeptical. Tell me more about how this person feels. Okay, we got the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords, and then we also have the 2 of Pentacles, okay? And we also have the Moon to the King of Wands. Got the Empress to the 5 of Swords, okay? And then we also have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so here's why this person's skeptical. And again, I don't know what you're telling this person word for word, but here's why this person's, skeptical, okay? Whatever it is that you're communicating to them, has this person a little bit confused. I don't understand, but why would this person leave you? Like, I don't get it. Like, I just don't get it, Pisces. Like, I just don't understand. Like, something is just not adding up in their head when it comes down to why things came to an end between the 2 of you. So say, for example, you told this person, like, I don't know why they left me. I gave this person my all. I don't know why they left me, but they just left me. It's like, in their head, they're just like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Like, if you were giving this person your all and they just up and left you, like, I don't understand, like, why would they do that? Now, you got to keep in mind that they're also kind of, because this is something that they're also basically doing that you're basically unaware of, but this is something that they're also doing. Obviously, this person is of the same sex, of the same person, that you were basically dealing with prior. So let's just say that you were dealing with a female. Let's just use that as an example. Well, them being a female, they know how females think. They know how females operate. They just know because they're a female themselves. So everything that you're telling them, they're just like, yeah, that doesn't make sense, because I could see why, a woman would get up, and leave because of this and this and this and this. But what Pisces is telling me doesn't add up. You know what I mean? Like, let's just say, for example, you're telling them, like, I was good to them, blah, 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 right? Well, in their head, they're over here probably thinking to themselves, well, no woman's going to leave a good man. No woman's going to leave a good man. So that doesn't add up. You know what I mean? That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Or no woman is going to leave because of this. No woman's going to leave because of that. Like, whatever it is that you're telling this person, dude, it just doesn't logically add up to this person. And they're using the whole, them being a female, and this is how females function and operate, and that doesn't align with what you're saying, Pisces. And, or let's just say that this person's a dude, you know what I mean? And you're telling them, yeah, I mean, he did this to me and he did that to me. And this guy over here is like, oh no, man, that doesn't make sense. Men don't do that. Men don't do this. That doesn't make any sense. There must be a reason why he left. There must be a reason why he did this. You know what I mean? And even if they're a female, they're thinking the same way. It's like, nah, there has to be a reason why she left. Pisces just not telling me. You know what I mean? Because women are not like this. They're like this. They're like that. So they're just very skeptical of what you're saying. Not to say that you're lying. It's not to say that you're lying. They're just very skeptical. They just don't know, if you're being entirely honest and or truthful, because whatever it is that you're saying does not add up to them, logically speaking. It just doesn't add up to them. But despite the fact that they're skeptical, I still see this person deciding to continue on in this dynamic that they share with you, and just, take their time and, really, really get to know you and see for, themselves, if you truly are a good person like you say you are. You know what I mean? All right, what actions will Pisces take towards this person or moving forward? So we have the 9 of Swords, we have the 6 of Cups, and then we also have the King of Pentacles out here. Before I open my mouth and say anything, I really need to check something real quick. Tell me more about the 9 of Swords. Okay. Pisces. We have the King of Wands, so the Ace of Swords, so 6 of Swords. All right, let's talk, Pisces. I feel like the more you spend time with this person, the more you get to know this person, the more you find yourself feeling confused and conflicted, okay? Things are just going to get serious here between you and this person, okay? Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is not a matter of if things are going to get serious. This is just a matter of when at this point, right? Things are going to get serious between you and this person. They're going to want more out of you in this dynamic that the two of you share with one another. Here's the problem, though. You're falling into this energy of, well, I don't know if I really want this. I'm actually kind of missing my person, from the past. I don't really know if I'm ready to, like, move forward and move on with my life with somebody else. And, I don't know if I really want to start over and go through that whole process again. And it's like you're falling into an energy of experiencing a boatload of inner conflict and confusion. I think that this is what Spirit wants you to do, by the way, when it comes down to what you're doing here. I think Spirit needs you to kind of take a little bit of a break and gather your thoughts, okay? And really figure out, what do you really want to do? Like, what do you really, really want to do? Because this is not a matter of if it'll get serious between you and this person. It's going to. They're gonna want more out of you. And in return, you're gonna have to respond. You're gonna have to, there's no avoiding that. You will have to respond. We're either gonna do this, Pisces, or we're not gonna do this. You know what I mean? And that's when I kind of, it's like, it's not that this person's asking, to be in a relationship with you, because I'm not getting that off of them just yet, but you can already tell how serious things are getting. For example, let's just say that y'all go from dating one another to then having sleepovers at each other's house, and now you're meeting their family, they're meeting yours, but you guys are not official just yet. Like, you're going to start to see the relationship get serious. And that's when you're going to start to fall into this energy of, oh man, like, I don't know, like, I don't know if I really want to start over. I don't really know if I really want to do this. As a matter of fact, now I think about it, I kind of miss, said person and what we used to have. And I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And, you need to gather your thoughts and get very clear on what you want to do here. When it comes down to this person from your past, because I could tell that you're definitely missing them. When it comes down to your person from your past, technically speaking, because you're single, this is the only reason why I'm telling you to do this. Because if you were actually in a relationship with this person, I wouldn't be telling you to do this. But when it comes down to this person from your past, okay, I think that this is somebody that you should try to have a conversation with, just to kind of see where their head is at, to see if it's even an option, you know what I mean, for the two of you to work things out and get back together. I think that that's something that you should definitely do. Because I would hate for you to self-sabotage your relationship with this person, and then in the end, this person from your past doesn't want anything to do with you. You see what I mean? So it's like, because you're single and technically speaking, you could do whatever you please, okay? Because you're not in a relationship with them. I think that you should really figure out, you know what I mean? If this person from your past does want to work things out with you or not. So that way you have like a rough idea of, okay, like, I know that this person from my past wants to work things out with me. All right, do I want to work things out with them? Do I really want this? And go from there. And if they don't, then you already know that's not even an option. So that's off the table. You see what I mean? Now it's a matter of, okay, like, do I really want to start over with this? Do I really want to start over and focus on building a relationship with this person, or do I want to be single for a little while? But when it comes down to this person from your past, I think that that's something that you should definitely figure out. You know what I mean? Have a conversation with them. Oh, yep, there you go. With them about it. We have the Chariot, we have the Wheel of Fortune to the Ten of Pentacles, and then we also have the Sun. Okay, so when it comes down to how this person plans on moving forward, this person feels, and it's not something that they're going to push for, by the way, which is a good thing in your case, but this person feels like it's only a matter of time before things start to, get really serious between the two of you, to the point where the two of you end up in a committed relationship. That is what this person's hoping for. That is what they want. They're not going to push for that, though. They're really hoping that, that's something that you push for with them. But as far as them pushing all of that with you, they're hoping that that's what you do, okay? Which in this case is a really good thing for you, because it gives you time to really figure out where you want to be. Because I'm going to be honest, Pisces, you're like Donald Jones right now. You're trying to figure out where you want to be. You know what I mean? Whether it's with this person from your past or with this new person, it's like you're trying to figure it out. And I think you need to take a step back, dude, and like clear your head and figure out, what do you want? What do you want? Forget about what this person wants with you. Like, what do you want? What do you want? And if it is this person from your past, have that conversation with them. You know what I mean? I think you should have that conversation anyways. Like, even if you are unsure if you want to revisit this connection from your past, I think you should have that conversation either which way, just to see where their head is at, just to see if that's even an option. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because even though you may not be entirely sure if you want to revisit this connection from your past, you miss them. Just because you miss them doesn't necessarily mean you want to get back with them, but you miss this person. A part of you yearns for this person and what you once upon a time had with them back in your life all over again. That's what I'm saying. Like, talk to them, see where their head is at, see if, you know, they want to actually work things out with you. And even if this person tells you, yeah, I want to work things out with you, Pisces, it don't mean that you got to get back with them. You know, you just need that information so that way you know, like, okay, like, my ex wants to get back with me. I got this one over here. How do I want to move forward? You know what I mean? And then just figure it out from that point on. And you will figure it out. You'll get very crystal clear on what you want. I just think that you need to kind of take a step back a little bit from this one. Don't spend too much time with them. You know what I mean? Let's take a little bit of a step back. Create some space between you and this person so you can really figure out what you want to do. And then figure out this whole, does this person from your past want to work things out with you or not? So you know, like, all right, you know, that's an option, or if it's not an option. Makes sense? All right, so that's what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.